3 unusual things are happening in today's episode. Number 1, Mazda is launching a diesel. I know I paused for dramatic effect because a diesel? 2, we're gonna keep this guy for an entire week. Usually after an event, the auto manufacturer ships you home, but not this time, a whole week. And the third unusual happening in this episode is I'm filming myself. That's why I'm gonna look a little bit different throughout the episode. It is just you, me, my camera, and a 25-foot long microphone cord. Now, Brad did an in-depth review of this 2019 CX-5 a few months ago. Today, we are only going to focus on the engine, the diesel. Mazda has always tried to stay true, and they always push this. Fun to drive, regardless of which model you are behind the wheel in, and it shows. If it doesn't make sense financially on paper to purchase a diesel, then this is all kind of feel-goodery nonsense. And so it's too many variables, it's too much math for me, so we are going to get help from someone I know you know. Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Okay, so diesel isn't always reliably cheaper, is it?
In Ontario, it almost always is. It does vary across the country. In my experience, and I run a diesel, it has been cheaper.
And then more maintenance, because doesn't a diesel engine require more maintenance, such as the Adblue and the DEF?
Overall, it's probably a wash because there's no spark plugs, there's no ignition system, there's none of the regular maintenance you have to do with a car. The Adblue does cost a little bit, but it's not a huge deal.
On the plus side of the diesel, they last hundreds of thousands of kilometers more than a gas engine, true?
This is typical. Because the engine runs at a higher compression, the engine has to be stronger just to exist. The fuel economy numbers that you get from Energy Canada are always a bit iffy, but in the real world, you're going to get probably 20 to 30% better fuel consumption.
So I'm thinking, from our very good math here, it's goodbye.
Exactly right.
So is this diesel a goodbye? The goal of a diesel is to save money, value. So that's why all week long I was like, why are they only offering it in the top trim? Why not bring it down to the GS level? And then I remembered this press presentation slide from last week. See how I've crossed the top 2 off? That's because those vehicles were canceled just days before the launch of the CX-5. Meaning, if you would like to have a diesel SUV in Canada, this is your starting point. This is me pointing everywhere. This is actually the end now.